Hey guys, what with all this chaos that's going on at the moment, which is the virus, I hope you're all doing okay, caught up in the middle of this, no doubt. I thought it best to kind of give a little heads up on what's going on with us and our situation here in Portugal, because we're at base camp. Yeah, it's kind of a weird one. I mean, we're still here. Today is the 26th of March, so it's Thursday the 26th. We went on lockdown, it must have been nearly a week ago now, and all these issues started to come along with that. In a minute, I'm going to rewind to Sunday the 22nd, when this stuff really hit home and it became real for us. Kind of situation arose, what with being in a campsite and all, and there was certain rules and things around that, and we weren't quite sure on if we were going to be alright, like to stay where we are, or if we were going to be kind of stuck with nowhere to go. So yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. I wanted to let you know as well, at the moment we're still rolling out our current series. There's going to be no issue with that because luckily we've just been on that recent trip coming from the UK all the way down south to here, and we have a lot of footage backed up, so we're able to keep this whole series running, because that was in the past. Now we're on lockdown, can't go out, but we still have the footage, so that's something at least. And I'm going to be doing some other videos in and around base camp, what we can do. We're doing some maintenance and things on the vehicle and what we do in our current isolation state. But yeah, we'll get to that another time. But yes, okay, I will rewind now back to the Sunday the 22nd and show you how that day began.
Good morning, guys. A bit of sad news this morning. We went down to the reception to get pastry. Surprise, surprise. And we know now that we have to leave the campsite. So we have to, basically we got nowhere to go. And yeah, trying to sort of gather thoughts together. Jack's on the phone, trying to ask people which campsites are open and where can we go, because as far as we know all the ferries are shut. We don't want to go back to England. England's even worse, and so lots of questions. Do we pack up everything, just hop in a car and go, or do we leave the caravan here for vandals? It seemed like a nice morning started with awful stress, trying to keep sort of calm. It's really hard when it hits your home and suddenly you're homeless. It's awful. Our caravan is all that we have, really. Yeah, so sorry. It'll be alright eventually, as they say. It's just a circumstance, and at the end of the day we're all healthy and alive, and that's what matters, right? So hopefully it hasn't hit your home, and hopefully you guys are okay and safe. We are safe, unaffected, just at the moment trying to muddle through, look for more options and work things out. So we will always do. Yeah, so sorry to drop a bomb and stick around and see what we come up with. So the update at the moment is that we are putting up tow hook. We decided if we have to leave, we have two options: either to try get back to England, but the problem is we actually can't get there because all the borders are shut. All the ferries, and also you can't commute from a country to a country because all the borders are literally shut. Trying to make some sense at the moment because at the moment through head you could get probably like 100 questions and no answers. What's the best thing to do? We are absolutely shocked. We can't believe it because when all of this was kicking off, we had a chat with campsite management and we did ask them if this would happen and what would happen, would we have to leave? And we were told that if the campsite shuts, it will shut with the people in it and we will be fine. We got nothing to worry about, we will be safe. We were told that, and based on that we were so calm and relaxed. We stocked up on food. We thought, okay, we're just going to stay here doing stories, trying to keep calm, enjoying day 1 in quarantine, day 2, today's day 3, and yeah, here we are. So obviously what they told us that they're going to stay still open for people in it, apparently it's not the case, so it's probably out of their control. So Jack just went to reception with our neighbour, who's also from England, to find out what is the situation, because the owner is trying her bestest to somehow to keep open for these people who have already signed contract. We have signed a contract for 1 year, and so have a lot of people, and there's residents, like full-time, or what you call it, people who've been living on site for years. There's some people who've been living here for about 7 years, some people for 4 years. They got nowhere to go. Literally got nowhere to go, and yeah, and they're not in the best health either to pack everything away and go. So it's it has really hit us really hard this morning. So it's really hard. So we'll find out shortly what's the time schedule, when do we need to leave, and there's a very blind hope right now, if that's not going to be the case, that we might be able to miraculously stay here. I don't know. It's awful. We'll see. We'll see. What will be, it will be.
So, what a freaking crazy ass day.
It hasn't been such a bad day in a very, very long time.
You see the sun is setting. I think when we first spoke to you this morning, or even a little bit before that,
Yeah.
all this chaos ensued about, I don't know, 8:30 or something. And it's just been a whole day of nightmares.
Yeah, since then.
We were told, as you know, we have to leave.
Yeah.
Campsite, everyone must leave, all campsites in Portugal. No option from the government, and the police will be enforcing it. To now, where we've been told that because some people have long-term contracts and it's basically the residents, which it is for us, we will be allowed to stay if you have a contract, which we do. So that's us and about 4 others in this campsite, which is crazy for all the others that are going to be blimmin' sent out. Which
about
is
80 people in
ridiculous.
total, so 7 stay.
Yeah, We've been preparing all day to literally be sent out onto the street, where you're not allowed to be out on the street and you're not allowed to go anywhere. So it was kind of like, what the hell is supposed to happen now? I see the car, been putting the tow hook on, ready to get the caravan, packed up everything, gym's packed up.
We went to see Airbnb.
That's the gym in the bag, and the other stuff that was over there. We're not quite finished yet, but we've been packing up inside the caravan and getting it ready to sort of go on the road without knowing where we're going. But we can stay, which is so
Good news.
so relieving. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like,
It's been an awful day, but I feel very lucky and, to be fair, very privileged at the same time, because knowing that there's so many people going to be kicked out within the next 5 days. So, but I'm happy. Even like an hour ago we were talking, we made so many phone calls and so many people got involved to try to sort this out and help us out.
Well,
and
thank
you
you
so much, guys.
all of our friends in Portugal and
So
elsewhere.
many people had serious
You've been
headaches today over it.
Such a help.
Yeah,
Even just
Very
being there
lucky.
for a chat about it and stuff is
honestly.
more than we could ask for. So thank you.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you, Felipe. Thank you, Andre. Really appreciate it. Guy, Tom, honestly, you all are awesome. It's just...
Yeah. So yeah, as you could see, that day was a really crap day, basically. I mean, we're over that now. It's now a few days later, and yes, the campsite has kind of kicked everyone else out that's not on a contract, which is really sad to see, because there's like families and things, and they've just been sent out onto the street. You're not allowed to be out there on the street. You're not allowed to be in campsites, and you're not allowed to be in free park-ups. So you're pretty screwed. I mean, the only options for those people currently stand is you either rent private property, which, as you know, is expensive. A lot of people living this lifestyle can't afford to do that, or to trek it all the way across Europe, back to their home country or your home country. Apparently the rules still stand that if you are transiting through Europe, you are allowed to cross the borders, and on those borders they should let you pass if you have a document just saying that you are transiting to your home country. Then you should be allowed in theory. So that's the other option, really. Otherwise there's not a lot else that one can do in this situation. Here in the campsite it's really weird because we're down to about 4 vehicles, which is the contract people, including us, and that's it now. So the whole place is deserted. The gates are locked, closed up. Obviously we can get out because we're allowed to go out to replenish supplies and things, to go to the shop. We still haven't actually been out yet in the car to do that, because we stocked up a little bit for about a week and a half's worth of stuff, knowing that this situation was coming along. Yeah, I mean, we can go out walking. You're allowed to go out for a walk each day. Keeps us a little bit sane. We take a walk out in the countryside around this place. Keep ourselves busy at camp. I mean, we got to carry on working. As you know, we work online, so we're still able to do that. Not sure how it will affect these things in the long run, but we will see. We do other things around camp, like working on the car, the caravan. There's always stuff to do. As you know, we have an old car, we have an old caravan, and there's never going to be nothing to do. And we try and keep ourselves busy with fun stuff as well when we can, like we're doing some slackline, and some exercise routines, handstands, you name it. It's Thursday the 26th, and we've been given the all clear to stay here at camp. I mean, we are thinking about contingency plans as well. I mean, sort of a plan A and B if it came to it, but it looks as though we'll be fine to stay here and just wait it out. I mean, I'm sure like you guys, you're hoping this blows over as quickly as possible, because it's bloody mad that the whole world's been put on hold. Yeah, I know it's serious, but it's kind of like unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this, so no one kind of knows what to expect, right? But we shall see. Only time will tell, and I hope it doesn't affect anyone too much. I mean, I'm sure it's going to affect some people more than others, depending on what you do as a job, or where you are located, or where you live. But yeah, just get in contact with us. We want to know, what's the story with you? Like, how are you being affected by this, and what are you doing to sort of overcome it? Drop us a comment down below, and let's have a chat. In the meantime, we're going to continue on as usual here, and the series will be dropping every Friday as usual. We're doing some extra content on Patreon, so if you want to see some extra videos on working on the truck, and other things we do around base camp and when we're here in Portugal, because we've still got some backdated footage for that from before this happened, check us out on Patreon. I'll put a link up in the top corner and in the description. And yeah, guys, just take it easy, enjoy the time if you can with your family, your friends. Take some time for yourself. Do some of those things that you never got round to before, whether it's working on your project, your 4x4, reading a book, growing some vegetables, who knows. I'm sure everyone's got something they've been meaning to do. Now is probably the time to do it, because we're going to have a bit of time on our hands. And just stay safe, keep well. Until next time, take it easy, guys.
Run.
Do we need to tighten up again? It's come looser.
Yeah. Here we go. Lucky they go washing line. What the?